Direct from Austin, coast to coast, and in your face. You're listening to the Alex Jones Broadcasting Network.
Manny is another testament to what you can do by taking action. He lost his uncle, he was very close to, Thomas Scroy, in the towers. He features, of course, a lot of you know him from Truth Rising, about 9/11 truth groups. He also goes to Congress and fights to get medical treatment for the police, firemen, and emergency workers. A few weeks ago, when they tried to throw out their tens of thousands of signatures for a new investigation in New York, that made national news. But when they went back in and defeated that in court and showed their signatures were real, that hasn't made the news. But it's breaking here today. And so it looks like it's going to go ahead and go to court now to explain what type of court, what type of investigation. Manny Badillo now joins us from New York City on the eve of the false flag terror attacks. Manny, good to have you here with us.
Good to be on the show, Alex. Thank you so much for allowing for this forum to break this news. Yesterday, Ted Walter and myself went to the Board of Elections to oversee a court-appointed referee in the count of our work over 1,000 man-hours, 50-plus volunteers that verified and validated over 7,000 signatures that the city said weren't valid. When we got to the Board of Elections yesterday, we just were amazed at the fact that the city called us and said, we concede. We concede that you have the 30,000 votes that's needed to put this referendum on the November ballot. We now are in a second stage. We are in litigation. We're going to be arguing the legality of the petition. If we prevail in November, New York City voters will have the ability to vote yes to an impartial, subpoena-powered, non-political investigation into the events that took my uncle's life, 3,000 others, so many others around the world.
Unbelievable. And just another example of standing, fighting, taking action, having security goons of the mayor following you guys around, threatening you, harassing you, the death threats. I don't want to go through all the hell you guys have gone through. A lot of it's on video in Truth Rising. It's so unbelievable. Even though we have the video, it's hard to believe. Just the hell you've gone through, but you're getting so close. And the people demand the truth. And I just salute you, Manny, and the rest of the team with all that you've gone through to do this.
Well, listen, I salute you and your staff and so many others, Charlie Sheen, that's taking actions, okay? What we're seeing right now is we're seeing a vast array of different groups. We're seeing family members, first responders, survivors, professionals such as architects, engineers, celebrities, everyone getting together and taking democratic action. And so we can get to the truth of what happened to my uncle. It's going to be 8 years tomorrow. I can't tell you how many times I thought about him today, how I went to his legacy page, how I have the pictures of him out. Tomorrow I'll be down there at 7 a.m. when family members are first allowed to be down there. But just to, recap, 80,000 New York City registered voters, okay, signed a petition for a new investigation, a proper investigation. The city is trying to say that they don't want to follow the will of the people. And what we've been doing here is we've been going into the Board of Elections. We've been ensuring that the will of the people is met. The city yesterday conceded that we have enough signatures. On Friday, we handed in another 28,000 signatures to the city to ensure that any vote that the city council gives, we can override that. Right now, it comes down to working within the court system to talk about the legality of the petition, and essentially what we could find in November is the ability for New York City voters to find out the truth of what happened on 9/11, to get to the justice that's due my uncle and 3,000 others and now tens of thousands of first responders that are sick and dying, and to get to the accountability that we so desperately need in this country.
Well, all we do is offer solutions. States' rights, taking action, getting involved, suing the government, calling for new investigations. Charlie Sheen reaching out to the president saying, I want to meet with you. I want you to go over these 20 questions. I can't tell you what I know right now, but this has gone to the highest levels of the White House. You know what? I'm going to shut up. I'm just going to leave it right there. I can hardly continue right now on air because I need to call him, and I may even have him come on today. Regardless, he's on tomorrow. People will regardless find out tomorrow.
Alex, I have a feeling what you're going to say, and I think it's fantastic. I just want to also say this. The actions that Charlie took, the actions that we're taking here in New York, the actions you're taking and so many others throughout the world are taking, okay? These are actions that we need to take. This is our constitutional obligation. Now, also, I found out that, I'm talking to the Board of Elections of workers, and I'm asking them questions about why, so many signatures were invalidated by the city. What they were telling me is that they were not allowed to look at the signature, okay, on any on any contract, okay? It's your signature which counts. I was talking to Board of Election Workers, and they were like, well, they only told us to match the addresses. And they said, well, signatures change a lot. I said, addresses change a lot more. I go, this is a legal document. I go, why do you feel you weren't allowed to look at the signatures? They said, we don't know. We have the ability to do that. They said, we can't look at the signatures. We can't verify these votes, these signatures. So you're sitting here and you're saying to yourself, wait a second. If this has been taking place for how long in New York City? Only one petition has managed to get through in the past 25 years here in New York, and that was for term limits, which the city council then overturned recently, so Mayor Bloomberg can run for a third term. Really, the system is not set up for the will of the people. It's set up to keep the bureaucracy in power. And that's another amazing, fact. The thing is that we're going to persevere. There will be an investigation. There will be a proper investigation. If not now, in the very near future. We're going to have a rally at the end of September. We're going to have a march from Union Square down to City Hall, letting everyone know that 80,000 New Yorkers signed a petition to find out the truth and get to justice. We're going to have a rally where those first responders, those family members, those survivors, and whoever else would like to be there.
Well, say that again. You said 90,000?
There's 80,000 New York City registered voters signed this petition. We're going to have...
Okay, my audio was cutting out. I thought it was 80. That's what I said earlier. I thought I heard 90. So 80,000. 80,000.
We're going to have as many signatories to that petition in this march as possible. We're going to have as many figures within this movement. This is going to be huge. We're going to let the world know that here in New York we've taken a democratic action. This is the First Amendment, Alex, okay? Petitioning the government for redress of grievances. We're also going to do another provision of the First Amendment, peaceably assembly. We're going to be marching down from Union Square to City Hall with as many people as possible. We want Richard Gage there. We want Jesse Ventura, Charlie Sheen. We want Rosie O'Donnell. We want everyone who's spoken out. This is a huge point in our movement, and this is some big news that the city conceded the fact that we have more than enough signatures. This is big news that the city basically has held back on the will of the people for so long with these rules they have.
All right. Manny, we're going to continue to get updates from you tomorrow live as that happens. Folks can find out more at WeAreChange.org. What about the website dealing with the petitions?
Okay, nyccan.org. Take a look there for updates over the next few days. Also go to wearechange.org/91109. I'm about to head out to have an interview with a few broadcast news networks, and then we're going to be at the Council on Foreign Relations. I'm going to be with Luke and hundreds of other activists letting the world know exactly what we know about the false flag terror event, otherwise known as 9/11.
All right. Thank you so much, Manny Badillo. We'll check in with you as this develops. Give out the petition website one more time.
That's NYCCAN. That's New York City Coalition for Accountability Now. Alex, I want to thank you for all the hard work you've done. And I just want to say I do this for my uncle, and I do this for all those family members that know we've been viciously lied to. There will be justice, and there will be accountability.
And I know you also, we're all doing it so they don't stage more terror attacks.
We're saving lives, exactly.
Manny Badillo, God bless you.
God bless you.
Very exciting to hear from him. So much is going on here, ladies and gentlemen. I am just beside myself with the amount of news coming in.